5, 4, and we are now live, everybody. I love how you got Michael Strahan and Howie Long and whoever else. They're always like, "Yeah, all right, it's great. Wow, we got a great show." But it's like YouTube. What I do, it's real. It's not fake. Patrick Mahomes just got hurt. Like everyone, like I don't understand all this stuff. And then Howie Long's son was exposed by Tariq Cohen. What do they call him? Kyle Not So Long was his nickname on
Oh,
social
that was
media
too
for a week.
easy.
And it's
That's
like,
too
oh,
easy.
guys, we're so pumped. Yeah. And they're like in New York. I didn't even know that set was in New York. They're high-fiving fans. Like, what the heck is going on? Patrick Mahomes just got hurt. I think the Broncos are up. I think they're going for Trevor Lawrence. Is this done? Is this a done deal or what? 2021 Trevor Lawrence draft.
Yeah. I mean, that's their best bet if they ever want to be relevant again. So yeah,
They're just
like
gonna
do what you got to do.
not next. They don't get a QB next year. They get a QB in 2021, and it's Trevor Lawrence. John Elway's gonna hit on this one. I know everyone likes to make fun of him for missing, but you can't miss with Trevor Lawrence as long as he's healthy. That guy's gonna be the next one. He's gonna be Aaron Rodgers, Andrew Luck, whatever.
If I were them, I would do the Arizona Cardinals strategy and just draft a quarterback every year until they get it right. Basically, like keep trying because you might miss for the first time.
We'll see how things.
So if the guys, you know what I mean? Like, let's say they draft like Jalen Hurts, for example, in the second round or late first, right? So not the highest pick, but they get him. So then if he's good, then you keep him. If he's bad, then you just trade him the next year, and then you get Trevor Lawrence.
That's crazy. That is crazy. But it's not like out of the question.
No, it's happened already.
Yeah, no.
We already saw it happen.
And it's led up to this moment because of how we've seen like Sam Bradford and Mark Sanchez and all these quarterbacks, Trevor Siemian, just come and go. Like people are trading crazy things and paying crazy money for quarterbacks. Like Andy Dalton had a decent contract. Brock Osweiler had a huge contract. I just saw a Brock Osweiler meme yesterday. This man robbed the Texans of $87 million or whatever it was. Like, that's how profound it is that people are still memeing it till this day. And then just today I heard Adam Gase on some podcast. It was like Adam Gase beat the Bears defense with Brock Osweiler. Quarterbacks are a big deal. So let's discuss. I don't know why I had to start it off with Denver just sucking so bad because it's like, how do you?
We just watched that game, so it's fresh.
Yeah, and
The
I mean,
stinkiness is
I meant to
fresh.
talk about Mahomes' injury, so we'll get to that in 14 seconds. But
Okay, got it.
but Broncos, wow, that was so bad. You can't even do anything. Not even a McManus. We couldn't even get a McManus point. Lucky I dropped him.
Yeah.
I dropped him.
A lot of people started him. Today.
Bro, I dropped him in my 20-team league.
Whoa.
And I think I added Steven Hauschka, the Bills kicker. I'm very high on him this week. He could be
I
top
started
5.
Emmanuel Sanders in 2 leagues, and I'm actually happy, I guess, with 11 points. Not bad.
He got 11. I started Sutton in Dynasty, and I started Sanders in another league, so that's good. And just a heads up, I'm gonna keep saying this every year, guys. If you have so the flex spot, make sure you keep that open as long as possible. So the players that play the latest start in the flex spot, because automatically we just assume my worst player I'm gonna start in the flex spot. No, so if you had Sanders or Sutton or Lindsey or Royce Freeman was a good spot start this week. If you had any of those guys, even Tyreek Hill. Or whoever, or even someone sucky, start them in the wide receiver or running back spot. Leave that flex spot open. That way you have more flexibility when Monday night hits, when Sunday night hits, in case something happens. And Patrick Mahomes, a lot of speculation here. They're saying, I have a picture. By the way, for those of you listening to the podcast, I have a visual aid right here, a picture of Patrick Mahomes on the Madden cover.
Oh.
And let me switch it to this tweet. So early indications are that Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes dislocated his kneecap per Therese Paler. Early testing show no fracture, which is positive. MRI tomorrow will tell if there's any ligament damage. So they're going to test tomorrow to see some imaging tests. But my sources, and this is not concrete, I'm just speculation, just really, I gathered this really quick while setting up this podcast. He could be out 4 to 6 weeks.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
Possibly.
That's
so no surgery, likely.
4 to 6 weeks.
He could be out 4 to 6 weeks for the swelling, the inflammation to settle down.
Oh my. Wow.
So it could be bad. And this is, that's just what I heard. So I could be totally off. But that's just what my sources, what I've heard from them, and they're just speculating too. And so we'll see tomorrow. MRI, some imaging, and then we'll have a better idea. So I totally forgot all these terms. So the ligament damage. Okay, so it's not bad. Like it doesn't seem like it's terrible, but we'll see tomorrow just how bad it is if there's any ligament damage. I believe so. We'll see. I have Patrick Mahomes in that 20-team league. I don't really care about that. It's free. But I do have Mahomes in Dynasty, and it just sucks because I don't have any backup quarterback. And if you guys don't play Dynasty, by the way, it's about 20 to 30 players on your team. So there's basically nobody on waivers, like big.
Can I say one thing about this? This is why you don't draft Patrick Mahomes in the first or second round. Look what happens. Because then you pass up on top tier running backs and wide receivers, and then now you have no depth. So everyone who drafted Patrick Mahomes high, you guys are in a lot of trouble.
I actually disagree with your. I think what you said is 100% true, but I think this is just hindsight. Yeah, I mean, if this injury didn't happen, I'd still say that, though. So I'm not going to say that because of the injury. I'm going to say that because you shouldn't draft a quarterback in the first or second round.
Right. That's my point. My point is by doing that, you're giving up value, like, for the positions that are more scarce. Yeah, yes. So that is the big mistake that I always tell people, but yet people always reach. And then now you see the consequences of that decision you made on draft day. So just a little...
So you're in 4. Aside. You're in 4 leagues.
Yes.
What's the earliest you saw Mahomes go?
First round.
Well, that guy's an idiot.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the second earliest you saw?
Second round, like early second round.
Okay, because very early. In my leagues, it was every single time it was mid third round every league. So I had to ask.
I've seen it. Well, that's why I said if you did it in the first or second round. You messed up. Like you definitely.
Well, first round is a total noob.
Well, a lot of people did that. Like,
oh no, I'm looking at ADP had him. That's why I'm asking, because ADP actually had him in round 2. I've never seen him go in the first 2, but ADP had him. I think mid to late round 2, and I was like, wow, people really drafted him like.
That's what I'm saying.
17th overall, 18th overall.
I wouldn't have believed it until I saw it with my own 2 eyes in 2 different leagues. I was like, wow, like people really like do this? Like that's crazy. But then I tried to warn them, like, oh, you lost, and then they're like, oh yeah, I got Patrick Mahomes. I'm like, all right, well, see what happens. And then they're all, they hate it now.
We're live streaming right now on YouTube, and Wesley's a little bit in denial. So I'm going to put this in perspective. So Wesley drafted Mahomes. He's saying Wolverine. He's like, he'll be back 2 to 4 weeks guaranteed. You could be totally right. I don't know. I'm just speculating, but there's no need.
You're confused with Saquon. He's confused.
Yeah, there's no need to be in denial. Like we'll just see what happens. I'm just going off what I've heard, and
it's just not good.
I'm just being transparent. And so Wesley says I drafted Mahomes in the second round. I'm still pretty
early or late.
Yeah, early or late, and well, he's got to let us. Whatever, I don't care. I don't really care. Second round,
it's bad.
This brings me to a bigger point than where Wesley drafted Mahomes. Second round's too early. Now I drafted him in the second round in a 20-team league. And that's fine.
Different.
That equals 4th round, number 37 overall. Different. 4th round in a 12-team is amazing. That's where essentially I got him. And so he
Yeah.
says he's projected to beat his opponent. It's not the draft that counts; it's the team management during the season. That is not true. It's a
Mm-hmm.
percentage, right? It's just like that's the same thing as saying like it's not the quarterback that wins the game; it's the team. Well, it's both, right? You know, I mean, it's a team sport, but the quarterback is definitely the biggest part of that
Yeah.
of to get the wins. And so what I said in a video, I said hopefully I got the percentages right. 25% draft, how good you draft. It's
I think it's
35%
more than that, higher than that for
35%
me.
in season management and 20% luck.
Luck, health, yeah. I think it's 40% draft,
I
honestly.
think you were going to say more or
I
less.
said
I
40.
said 45.
Oh, you said I thought you said 25. Sorry.
I said 45.
My bad.
So we're
Yeah,
we're
so
on.
yeah,
Me and you are
yeah.
thinking the exact
In
same. Yeah.
agreement. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So
Cool.
it's the draft. The draft is like the quarterback. Like you got to have a quarterback to win. You know, in this modern day NFL. So 45% is how well you draft. 35% in season management. That includes ads,
Yeah.
drops, trades,
Yeah.
start,
Great
sit,
break. What
and
about schedule? Schedule also matters, I
no,
think.
I mean
No?
that goes in with start sit, right? And that goes in with
Oh
drafting
yeah.
and whatever.
Okay.
So, but schedule to me is not that important as far as all the factors when it comes to drafting and in season management because
Sure.
you never like it's always all over the place. Like look at this
Right,
game.
right.
We didn't think this game would go this way. So right away when you look at the schedule, oh, it's hard. You can already know that you're going to be wrong on 1/3 of it at least. Like
Yeah.
already you're good because every year, a fourth of the teams are way better than you thought, and a fourth of the teams are way worse than you thought. Just off the top of my head, Niners D surprising everybody. Niners team surprising everybody. So right there, you got one team that's really good, and then shoot, man, I don't know. People drafted the Broncos D, the Jags D, all these defenses that are trash.
Brown Z. Ugh.
Oh yeah, I drafted the Browns D, and I
Me
reluctantly
too.
dropped them, just to
After
add.
week one.
No, before I dropped them for Jalen
Okay,
Jalen
okay.
Hurd.
Oh, nice. Another good move.
Well, it ended up working because I added the Titans D, and they were even better, and that caused me to win by dropping the Browns D.
Oh,
So
good.
it is what it is. So yeah, Mahomes is going to likely miss some time, but we'll see what's up. When do we do Q&A? You want to do it now? We have sleepers. We have
Let's do sleepers
monkey.
like later. Like, so it's like something to look forward to. It's like the dessert.
All right, let's do Q&A now and then Q&A after the sponsors. Just quick shout out to our sponsors, Monkey Knife Fight. So thankful to have them sponsoring our show. Awesome website. And man, they're helping us live the dream. It's
There was
amazing.
one guy in the Couch Jam group who was like, he posted, he's like, yeah, I think I'm just not interested in fantasy anymore, like football. And then he's like, yeah, like I play with randoms. And he's like, yeah, I think I'm just going to do daily. And then I was like, why don't you just do Monkey Knife Fight? It's like perfect for you. It's like simple, easy. You don't have to like do the year-long thing with randoms anymore. You can just compete against yourself.
Did he play or?
Yeah, he said he did. He
Oh,
signed up.
nice.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's just a good alternative for people who are losing, or 0-6 or whatever, not having a great season.
Just a lot of people.
Just do Monkey Knife
A lot of
Fight.
people are in crappy leagues, and it's unfortunate. Like,
Not everyone has good friends.
yeah, it's just true, or good coworkers, or whatever. Like, it's just
or
true.
whatever.
I know that I'm grateful because I get invited to 1,000 dope leagues every year, and people even they sponsor. They're like, dude, if you're in my league, I'll pay your fees. They even say stuff like that. So I'm very thankful to have that opportunity, and I get to see what other people's leagues look like. They're like, oh, the the commish vetoed my trade, and it was like a normal trade, and like the commish is cheating. Like he doesn't, like he's jealous of my girlfriend, and he's cheating because he wanted to get with my girl. I'm like, dude, why would you join? Why would you join such a league? And then I think about it later, I'm like, I probably had. I mean, that was probably their best pick. That was probably the only league they can join where they knew the people, and
It's all about perspective, man. Sometimes you have it really good, you don't even know.
Yeah, it is how it is, and I try, not to take it for granted. Like, I mean, it is, I'm like, I'm living it, but I try to also Be grateful. Also, what's cool about Monkey Knife Fight is, as opposed to playing like on big DFS websites, it's really hard to win against 100,000 other world class people, and maybe
Yes.
20,000 other regular Joes like yourself and me. And then you got 100,000 sharks, as they call them, and world class DFS players. It's kind of hard to win contests like that. And Monkey Knife Fight's actually easy to win. It's super simple. You're not actually even playing against anybody, really. And yeah, quick shout out to the winners from our last week's contest. Me and Mike
Ooh.
did not win, which is good.
Ugh.
That's
Yeah, I
good.
don't
We
want
don't
to
want to
win.
take their prize, right?
I can't win at everything, so I guess
Yeah.
let the people.
We'll talk about your trades. You're happy because you pulled off some trade robberies.
I am a trade genius, everyone. Listen to me if you have need advice, because I am pulling off robberies and heists every week.
I can pass them all off to you. I'm fine with that. So congratulations to Deck Dog, 75.4 fantasy points. I don't know how the hell you scored that many fantasy points with three flex players, but this guy just went off. What does that come out to? About 28? Is that right? No, 25. 25 fantasy points per player. Okay, that's doable. So congratulations to Deck Dog. He won 100 Monkey Knife Fight dollars, and he's gonna get a jersey of his choice. Anything on NFL?
Who's he gonna get?
Well, I gotta contact him. Anything up to
Okay,
$100
cool.
on NFLShop.com, whatever he wants.
What jersey would you want right now if you could get one? I'm just curious.
I don't know. I really don't. Probably get maybe a Niners jersey.
I know who. Just throw some out
I
there
don't
for the
know.
people.
Can I get a custom Debo
Yes, you
with a
can. And I
Debo?
would get Bosa.
Yeah,
He is a beast. Him and D Ford off the edges. Oh
yeah.
man.
I'm thinking about
Wow.
making a Nick Bosa video because he's not
I feel
getting
bad
any
for.
respect.
Is he not? I feel like he did after the whole Baker Mayfield
Nah,
waving
that ain't
sack
respect.
celebration.
People don't like. People are making fun of me on Instagram. I said like, dude, it's the best pass rusher in the league. They're like,
Who is then? Tell me who's better. I want to know who is this
yeah,
guy who's way better than Nick Bosa.
yeah, but I get how people like because they like okay, it's always Khalil Mack. I was like, well, I mean, you got to actually watch the games. Like Khalil Mack's amazing, but like, dude,
That just shows they're not
yeah, not
watching.
watching, and also
They're not really watching.
stats back it up too, and just everything.
Numbers don't lie. Numbers don't lie, everybody.
I don't know if I've ever seen a rookie get double teamed that much and beat double teams that much. Like, I don't know. J.J. Watt did that. I don't know if Aaron Donald did that. They needed.
Alden Smith did, I think.
Is it his rookie year? He just started to
He was
flash
always
already,
good.
and that
Yeah,
was
he was
mainly
good.
due to Justin Smith, who was I
Yes,
think better
correct.
player than Alden Smith, the Cowboy. It's
Yeah.
because
I
of
mean,
him. It's because of
he's not
him.
as talented, but he was,
He did the
he's
thing
good.
though, and then when Justin
He's
Smith
better.
was out, how good was Alden Smith? Right, he was just good. He wasn't, he
Right.
wasn't
Well,
a
Bosa
super
does
elite.
also have a lot of help to make him,
But yeah, not the
more.
same way. But yeah, because the rest of the D line is balling. So it's like, do what you want, double him or not. It doesn't even matter because he'll get through the double team, and if not,
Someone's getting to the quarterback.
the whole D line is just outrageous.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got a good
Love it.
rotation there. And congrats to whatever Rue Fuse. He's got 40 Monkey Knife Fight dollars and
Ooh.
a Couch Fam T-shirt, black or orange. You take your pick. LBC Mountie says, "What's up, Couch?" She says, "Joey Bosa is the better Bosa." Facts. No,
Whoa. Wow. Are you from San
that
Diego
was
or LA
weird.
area?
Oh, I don't think they have a home. The Chargers, they're like nomads.
Ah, like gypsies.
And the gypsies,
I
they just
see.
go around.
Yeah.
That
Got it.
they have the the stadium's full of other fans, never their fans.
What about when we played the Rams last week? It was like 90% Niner fans
I don't know
there.
why I didn't notice that till after on social media, because I watch all the games, and I've seen when they showed the games, I seen close-ups and it was all Niner fans. I didn't think anything of it. Then I would see it.
Like, is that Levi's? I thought we were on the road.
Then I saw the shot, like wider shots, and it was all Niners.
All red, dude.
It was a
That's
sea
crazy.
more than a Niner game red. Like that's how red it was.
Yeah, that's more than at Levi's.
It's
Actually,
what happened?
No love for Goff and the Rams, I guess.
Chargers too. They were playing the Steelers music. They were playing black and yellow at the stadium.
Oh, we forgot to talk about the Ramsey trade. We got to talk about that a little bit.
It's nothing to do with. Is that?
Oh, Rams and Rams.
All right, we'll just not. We'll talk about it. No, I thought we were gonna do Q&A. We just.
No, I mean we can't talk about it.
Yeah, well, no, we can talk about it. Let's do Q&A. No, I don't. We'll do Q&A. We're gonna get too off topic. Pick 2: Aaron Jones, Derrick Henry, or Josh Jacobs.
I would go Jacobs and.
I'm benching Josh Jacobs, so you just have to bench one.
Okay, benching Henry.
Bench Henry. I bench Josh Jacobs.
Okay.
Easy. Who would you rather have rest of season, David Montgomery or Devin Singletary?
Devin Singletary. That's a no-brainer for me.
I'll just go with whatever Mike says because Montgomery's been so bad.
How could you even have faith in that guy?
Yeah, he had his chance. He really let.
At least Devin Singletary has some hope.
I'm giving Montgomery one more chance.
You're a braver man than most.
Going against Teddy Bridgewater.
You're a loyal fan.
Montgomery.
Next year he should be good, just not this year.
Man.
This year's done.
Oh, this one's for Mike. I have Goff, Darnold, Cousins, and Julio.
Whoa. Wait, what?
And Thielen, Allen Robinson, Deshaun Jackson, and Beasley. I need a RB. Who would you trade? Goff and or Julio?
Trade Goff.
Yeah, Goff and or Julio for Evans and or Connor and or Carr.
Carr? Who's Carr?
The quarterback.
What? That's why would you even have Derek Carr in your league roster? That's terrible.
I think he's got to make this move in order to get. All right.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna let me simplify the question so we can move on with our lives.
Yes, please simplify.
Goff and Julio for Evans, Connor, and Carr.
Yeah. I mean, I like Evans, and I also like who's the running back?
So basically, he's given up good players just to get Connor, but you like Evans.
Oh, I like Connor right now because I think when he gets back, as long as he's not hurt, he should dominate the touches because they can't throw more than 10 yards. So they're just gonna throw to Connor out the backfield 90% of the time. So as long as he's healthy, I think that's a great move.
All right, Mike says to do it.
And Goff has a horrible end of season schedule, so just stay away from that.
Yeah, I think Goff could be QB1 this week going against the Falcons, but then after that,
trade him after this week.
You could do that too, or I mean, if he's got a trade, if he's got a trade offer that's solid, wouldn't you do it right now or no?
Yeah, you got to do it now. Okay. But I mean, Carr is like a throw-in. You don't even need Carr. Just get someone off waivers. There's definitely someone better.
Yeah, don't try to start. Derek Carr has nobody to throw to other than Waller, by the way.
Honestly, I have not seen a league where he's rostered that I've been a part of. So, but next question.
Rank them: Boyd, Woods, Chark. So Woods has
for
this week. So Woods has a great matchup.
Well, I don't trust him. I do Chark's, Boyd, and then what was the last one?
I love Boyd. I'm going with Boyd. I'm going with Woods, and then I'm going with Chark.
Oh, Woods actually has a great matchup.
Yeah, Falcons. Yeah.
I think it's gonna be a cup game though.
Of course. So I totally forgot to write this in our note. So I did my rankings this week, right? Peep this. Crazy. Well, number one quarterback, not Mahomes. First time.
Okay.
Number one running back was Fournette. And
Wow.
number one wide receiver this week is Cup.
Okay, so you believe now.
Well, I mean, he's going against the Falcons.
Oh, it's the easiest
It's the
no-brainer. Like he's
it's
gonna do good
and
type.
Gurley and Malcolm Brown are.
Oh, Gurley's gonna play, I think.
It's trending that way, but I'm saying they're
Yeah,
not 100%. Like they're both questionable. I mean,
yeah.
this is legitimate because Gurley didn't play, and Malcolm Brown's injury seems worse than Gurley. So Malcolm Brown
Cup
might be.
might have 30 points.
And
I'm
also Gurley
predicting.
can catch. So I don't know I don't know what that has to do with anything actually, because that's more for Goff for some reason.
Yeah,
I don't know why
yeah.
I'm selling on Goff still. I'm supposed to be selling something. I don't even remember what I was trying to sell. But
Cup.
Cup number one. Look, he probably won't finish number one just because that's how it is. But he's my number one wide receiver.
He's gonna be in the top 3. If he's not in the top 3,
He's got elite.
That's
I
all
mean,
I'm saying.
he's got. You can pencil him in for 20 fantasy points, and then he'll
At
probably
least.
that's the minimum. Yeah.
That's like the floor.
And then
Yeah.
it'll take, just one big play, one blown coverage, 40-yard touchdown, that right there equals 11 points. So, I can easily see him getting 31 fantasy points right there.
Atlanta could have a historically bad secondary at the end of the season.
Yes,
Like
that
maybe
is
the
how they're
worst of all time.
that is how they're going. According to
Yeah, they're trending that
my
way.
trajectory algorithms, the Falcons are headed towards a big pile of rhinoceros dung. Epic. Remember in Jurassic Park when she touches the poop?
Oh yeah.
To check if they're sick. That's the Falcons. Meme. That's a
Falcons
good meme.
secondary.
Remind
That's
me
a
of
good
that
meme.
one. Good
I will.
meme.
Good meme. Jurassic Park poop. Got it. Noted.
Vince says, "Couch and Mike, keep the questions short, please. We have 80.
Yeah, please.
We have
No novels.
ADD. Mike might get me. I think Mike beats me in the ADD. It's so bad. It's like
I'm
we're
trying to hold on.
we're
for
competing
everybody.
so hard with who has the most ADD. Couch and Mike, I need your help.
Okay.
He's like a superhero. I need your help.
With the brain signal on.
I have all wide receivers on bye except Allen Robinson. Not good because he's got Marshawn Lattimore this week. Need
It's
to
not
pick
terrible.
one off waivers. Nelson
I got you.
Aguilar,
No.
Auden
no.
Tate, Philip
Maybe. Yeah.
Dorset,
There you go. I got Auden Tate.
or
Stop
Dede
right there.
Westbrook. Just
Auden Tate. Go.
just go with Auden Tate.
Because Green's not coming back this week.
Yeah.
And Boyd wasn't that great last week, so it could be, he could get some looks.
Let's see what else. In a 10.
But I do like Dorset though, if healthy against the Jets. If healthy, but
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
a
think
Monday night
trending
game.
that
So, I mean,
Yeah.
for now, we're going to answer Auden Tate and just keep tabs
Yeah.
on that. That's a situation that's changing. Josh Gordon's probably out. Philip Dorset's probably in. Keep tabs on that. In a 10-team Superflex league, should I drop Garoppolo and pick up Darnold after this week
Yes.
due to rest of season?
I'll get to that later,
upside
but
for
yes.
Darnold. I have
I'll
Brady.
go more in depth, but yes.
So, okay.
That's an easy yes.
I agree.
Garoppolo, he's not even good in fantasy.
Yeah.
Like great in real life. He's a winner in real life, but he's not gonna win you any fantasy games.
Yeah, and I think the upside is capped because their defense is so dang good.
And he has no one to throw to except Kittle, basically. But yeah.
Nick Bosa needs to be starting as tight end and 2 tight ends. Let's do some things.
Would have been Hurd. Hurd would have been good.
I get this question
Yeah.
a lot, and I don't understand it. What do
Sure,
I
I
do
got
with AJ Green? I drafted him with one of my last picks. Well,
You wait till he gets healthy and plays or gets traded, and then once that happens, you play him.
I don't get you drafted him knowing this though. You didn't draft him.
Yeah.
You didn't draft AJ Green and be like, you know what? He's gonna be back
He'll be
week
back.
2. Like he'll be back week 2. You knew he was gonna miss at least 4 weeks, probably at
You've already
least
gone
6.
this far. Like, just go. I mean,
Keep
just
him as
wait it
long as
out.
you can. That's the thing.
Yeah,
I mean,
like why would you give
nothing-
up now? That's silly.
There's not you can't start him, so that's off the table. That's a joke basically, but that's just to prove my point. I have to joke because it's
Yeah.
like, what are your
Yeah.
options? You can trade him for a bag of jelly beans, the popcorn flavor. And it's very not. I mean, some people like it, but most people don't. So popcorn,
Sold.
popcorn,
This guy's ready to do it.
popcorn
This guy's
flavored
ready.
jelly beans.
What's your favorite popcorn
You
flavor?
keep them on your bench, stash them, or drop them. Those are your options. I'm taking the jelly beans. You never know when you're gonna be really hungry. Put it in a drawer. There could be an
I've stashed them.
emergency. Like some jelly
I'm
beans.
ready to play him. I'm ready to play him. I can't wait. Whenever that happens, he's going in.
Hunter Henry or Waller. Go with Waller.
He just got the bag.
Rest of season Brissett or
Ooh,
Darnold.
Darnold.
That's Darnold.
Darnold.
All right,
Yeah.
let's do some monkey knife fight really quick. All right, guys.
Yeah.
So head on over to monkeyknifefight.com or follow the link below in the description.
I'm already here.
And then use promo code COUCH to deposit. And me and Mike are going to dance or try to dance. We'll do the touchdown dance. So go to new game or play game. And then we always do this one because it's the earliest. Star shootout, early games.
Wait, are we doing touchdown dance?
Yeah, so first select early games and then select touchdown dance.
Okay, I got you.
Do they have it? Yes. You have to
Yeah.
scroll to the right.
So this is like, okay, there's a lot of options here.
Yeah, early games, touchdown dance. I always pick the low goal. This is what I recommend. So,
Okay.
but you can put a lot. You can put a lot. You can make the buy-in high.
Oh
but
yeah,
set your goal to 1.5. That's my strategy. If you guys want to do 2.5, that's cool. But I like winning. Even if it's not for a big amount, and I buy in for at least $10. So let's go. Let's ask the algorithms.
Ooh, I have the perfect combination. Oh my gosh.
So
I can't wait.
Algorithms say Saquon Barkley has the highest chance to score a touchdown, rushing touchdown, followed by Fournette.
Oh, that's a good one.
And then what do you got? I'll go with what you got.
I have Saquon, Adam Thielen because I just traded for him.
Oh,
and then Cooper
Thielen.
Kupp. Yeah.
You're gonna go with Thielen? You're gonna go with a wide receiver for the touchdown dance?
I am. I feel confident he's gonna have a really good game.
Always go. Let me
What you wanna do.
It says Cooper Kupp is the highest chance to get a receiving touchdown, then Lockett, then Hopkins, then Julio, all the way.
Thielen's going off this weekend.
Thielen's like 12.
It's okay.
I'm not doing it. So
we shall see.
I wish Zeke was here. Where's Zeke when you need him?
Zeke is underperforming this year.
Yeah, but he can still get in there. This is a touchdown dance.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm going to pick. I'm looking at either David Johnson or Mack, and David Johnson has a high chance to score a receiving touchdown. So I'm going to go DJ, Saquon, and Fournette.
Okay.
And I'll go all in. 1.5 goal. I'll do $20 buy-in.
20? Whoa.
So I win 30.
Crazy.
Yeah, if you do 1.5, you gotta at least go $10.
Yeah.
So that way you win something that's worth it.
Yeah.
And I'll submit
How
that.
can people not like this? Like I honestly enjoy this.
It's just people are hesitant to try something new, which is understandable. But the couch is telling you to do it. So
we're always team early. We were team early on the internet, on YouTube, on fantasy, on everything.
Yeah, that's how it was. We were the first. So we're amongst the first fantasy people on YouTube. So when we started, I'm just gonna estimate there was
That's
2, 3, or 5 fantasy accounts, probably closer to 2. So it was really just us. Yeah. And then we did Fantasy Couch, and then there was a couple more, like Hattie Waiver Wire Guru. I just tweeted him last year. It was funny.
Nice.
He's like, I remember you. I'm like, you haven't uploaded a YouTube video in 4 years, bro. But he's still active on Twitter, and
that's good.
Still does his rankings and stuff. Like, it's just crazy that he's still alive.
Yeah, good. Haven't heard from him.
Amongst the first on YouTube, we had to be the very first fantasy account on Twitter. Like, that's no way. Because we had no clue what to do. We're like, let's just set up a Twitter account. I don't know.
What is this?
I don't know if we'll be able to do anything.
Who's tweeting us?
I was active on Twitter personally, but it was all just funny, quirky stuff. I was just, just making fun of, like, stuff going on, like, talking about rat beefs or popular or fails and stuff. And it's like, what are we going to do? Then we were the first one on Instagram. That's for
Yes, for
sure.
sure. That's for sure.
Now
That I can
if
say.
only we went all in on the podcast early, like the fantasy footballers, we'd have to do half the work and have way more money. They're
Oh
balling right
man.
now, and that's okay though. I like the
That's
grind.
good though. I mean, as long as someone's successful, that is good for us because then at least that shows like you can be successful in this
I guess with
field, you
them,
know?
I guess I don't think it applies with them, but it applies though that I guess yeah, I guess in a way yeah, because they found a path, so we're on a different path. We went all in on YouTube. That's
Well,
what
I'm just
we
saying
did.
this job didn't exist like 5 years ago. That's my point. Like this is like a whole new like YouTube personalities only existed the last 5 years.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah,
I
and
mean?
you're yeah. So you're what you, yeah, what you. I didn't quite get you. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say too. Yeah, you're right. So at least they showed that there is a light at the end of their tunnel.
Yes.
So
Like it's real.
we're not in their tunnel, but
No, I
we
didn't
know
say
that
that at
somebody
all.
made it out doing
Exactly.
doing
That's what
in
I'm
our
saying.
niche, and
It
so
legitimized our niche,
yeah,
is
and
what
so
I'm
we
saying.
know we could do it. So we just went all in on YouTube, which is way harder to do. It takes way longer, way harder, way more stressful. And podcasts, all you got to do is just hit record, and that's it. And they went all in on that. So that I mean, they made the smarter business decision. So hopefully we'll get close to what they're doing.
Everyone has their own journey, you know? You just gotta follow your heart, follow your
This
instincts.
is us though. We loved video, and it was one of the best moves. Like this was such a natural move that it wasn't even a move. Taking the podcast to YouTube was just beyond natural for us. Like it was just a progressive, natural, organic step. And it's like, have you ever looked back and been like, oh no, maybe we shouldn't do you like this is it. This is what we should have
No,
done. Like we should have put this on YouTube.
yeah. Wait, how did you think of that though? Like what was your
Our
I mean, it's obvious, but
our
like
listens were dipping just a little bit.
oh,
And
okay,
I was like,
okay. Good.
everything needs to go up, 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 right? So our
Yeah, yeah,
our
yeah.
downloads were good still, but like I
Okay.
thought they'd keep going up.
Right.
Like we did great, our first couple years, and then like it just leveled off, and I'm like, well, that's
Mm.
horrible.
Yeah,
And I was like, and then
gotcha.
when I see a couple days where it's like less than the average when we first, I'm like, well, some like I was like, let's go on YouTube, like, and then we went on YouTube, and now it's like 10x, 20, like everything just because you get both. Now you get the downloads. Downloads didn't drop off at all, and then we get the views, and then every now and then you put up a video, gets a lot of views, a little bit
I
clickbait.
listen to it on both formats actually, and I enjoy them both.
Why? LBC needs to explain this to me. Shake my head when
Okay.
YouTubers call this their job. What is? I don't
Well,
understand
I don't know
that.
what
If
that
you
means.
make money, how is that not a job?
You need a bigger imagination, LBC.
Uh,
Dream bigger. That's all I
I
have to
don't think
say
he gets like.
about that.
Yeah, I mean, didn't you just hear a sponsorship?
It's
The
okay.
show's sponsor. Oh, by the way, he reminded me. How do you guys play? Go head on over to monkeyknifefight.com. Use promo code COUCH. When you deposit up to $50, you'll get a 100% deposit match. My favorite is the touchdown dance. So head on over to monkeyknifefight.com or just follow the link below. Use promo code COUCH. And that's how you make it a job.
He probably works at the DMV, so he's really upset about his
Oh,
choice. He's like,
that's
why do I have to?
the DMV. That's not
That's bad.
LBC is cool too, but I mean YouTube's one of the dopest jobs, man. That's what I've always dreamed to do, and now that it's become the only people to legitimize it is me, yourself. That's the only whether it's legit or not is up to the YouTuber. It's not up to LBC. It's not up to my parents. It's not up to a government official or my boss, which I don't have. It's up to me. And tomorrow may not exist, but today, man, I'm gonna be going all in, going all
Live
out.
your dreams, everybody. Don't listen to what society tells you. If you have a gut instinct about what you want to do or your passion, just try it. Just follow it. See what happens.
Especially if you're young, might as well
Yeah,
do
if you're
that.
young, especially if you're like 40, like you should probably get a normal job.
Rather be out says rather be out for just joining. What's the word on Mahomes? He'll be out.
Bad.
He'll be out 4 to 6 weeks, maybe. We don't know.
And
Dislocate
not the
his
Saquon
kneecap.
4 to 6 weeks, like the real 4 to 6 weeks.
Notorious Fantasy says YouTube is a goat job. Uh,
Yeah, it can
Jorge
be.
says you hating couch.
It's fine.
Steelers. Oh, you're Steelers fan. And that was a great win, man. The Steelers.
Is Rudolph coming back?
Yeah, he's back. He's gonna be playing week 8. What do we got? What's your segment, Mike? Go ahead. I got it up
Okay,
right
you want me to
now.
start it?
Yeah.
Is it happening now?
Yeah. So after this, we'll do a little bit Q&A. So, but go on.
Okay, so basically we're already done with the first half of the fantasy season. Would you agree, generally speaking?
Well, what's exactly? So regular season's 13 weeks.
It's like
So
13 to 14.
we're smack
We're at week
dead. Yeah,
7.
smack dead in the
Yeah,
middle.
so a lot of people acknowledge this as the half point way in the season. So, I'm actually going to give you guys like some names here that I've been involved with personally that I have actually picked up in the past week. So this is definitely good stuff that I think a lot of you, might benefit from. So these are players that haven't been doing good or they've been injured and they're about to come back or they have really good matchups in the second half of the season that are being undervalued right now, but you could probably get. And that could potentially help you get to the playoffs and win your respective leagues. The first guy I have, Sam Darnold, Mono Darnold himself. He is back from his 3-game absence. And in week 6, his first game back against Dallas, he upset the Cowboys at home and he tore them up. He looked great.
You look
And
really
then
good. Yeah.
he looked really good, okay? And he's going to get Chris Herndon back any week now, probably in week 8. This week he has a really bad matchup, unfortunately, against the New England Patriots on Monday Night Football. But after that, Darnold has one of the best second half schedules of any quarterback in fantasy. Week 8, he has Jacksonville Jaguars, who just lost the best corner in football, Jalen Ramsey. Week 9, Dolphins. Don't need to say anything else about that. Week 10, the Giants. Week 11, the Washington. Week 12, Raiders. Week 13, Bengals. Week 14, another matchup with Miami, which is probably going to be in the fantasy playoffs. Week 15, kind of bad, Baltimore. Week 16, horrible Steelers defense. So this is probably the best end of season schedule, I think. I don't know anyone who has a better one.
Jorge said he mentioned Darnold last week and you made fun of him. And you said that
I was wrong,
and
Jorge. You were right.
You said that he would get mono if he got Sam Darnold the second. And I told him that's very true. You're right. I told him that was funny though.
You were right.
But that was
I'll
really
be the first to admit,
that was really funny though. This was probably
that
the
was
funniest
funny.
moment of the podcast.
It was funny. So I was wrong. I was wrong. Happily. We saw some life from Robbie Anderson, who had a big play. I think Chris Herndon, if you guys can get him, I'll talk about it more later, but it's really gonna, make that offense. Darnold himself this week said that he has some crazy quote, but basically he said like we can be the most like the best offense in the NFL, like for the
Mano y mano.
unstoppable. Mano y mano. That is amazing. Whoever
Pound for pound, mano y mano.
Mano y mano. That's great.
No, it's a beautiful thing when a professional YouTuber can admit that he's wrong and move
yes.
on.
It's good to be, humble sometimes, and no one's perfect on here. I don't claim to be. So you were right about Sam Mono Darnold. Next guy on the list, Darius Geis or Guisi, Mr. Guisi himself. So everyone knows he was injured week 1. He was slated to be the workhorse for Washington. Right now they're starting AP, who's like 40, and Chris Thompson looks like he's going to be out with turf toe for the next couple weeks. And Darius Geis is practicing next week, so he can actually return by week 11. I know that's a kind of late if you're out of the playoffs, but if you're in the hunt or the top 3-4 teams and you have the IR spot or you have a stash spot available for someone with a lot of upside, he might be worth rostering at this point.
Especially
a lot of people are picking him
if
up.
you have an IR spot in your league, it's very much
Which
worth
we
it.
do.
We do. Yeah, if you don't, you may not be able to when the bye weeks hit. And like I have Kareem Hunt in a league, and
Ugh.
just to have like I don't want like I had an
In
extra space.
IR?
No, I had an extra space, so I put like Galman
Okay.
in IR, and I had to
Okay.
drop some, so I just picked him up just like in case I did that technique basically in case Chubb
Right.
got hurt. Now I got it. I think I just dropped him today, matter of fact, but.
Gotcha.
Darius Geis, he's a guy you add, and if you can stash him, I understand most of you cannot. Like a lot of people listening have 5 bench spots or 6 bench spots, no IR. You probably are not going to be able to do it, but if you got bench spots, you got IR spot, definitely.
So the next guy on here is another IR spot candidate, and that's N'Keal Harry.
And IR studs, right? These two IR
IR
studs.
stash studs, yes. So this one's a kind of if you're in need of wide receiver help, or if you drafted like Josh Gordon, right, and you know how bad the Patriots wide receiver situation is, this guy offers you some glimmer of hope. He's eligible to return Week 9 against Baltimore. They have a Week 10 bye, so he could realistically return in Week 11 against Philly, who has a horrible defense. But the reason why he's on this list is because he's very
Wait a
talented.
second.
He's
Why
a
are we saying
what?
week 11? Someone brought that up. I thought
What
guys
do you
could
mean?
come back within like week 8. Did they have a bye?
No, he can come back Week 9. I'm just saying that there's a bye Week 10, so I
Oh,
mean it
there's a
makes
bye
sense
week
to like
10. Yes.
yeah.
Okay.
So I mean like realistically, he'll probably come back Week 11. Like
Or
because they have nothing to
even
play
or
for,
even not or even like if they come
or even not come back at all.
but if he does come back, you're not starting him week 8. I wouldn't.
No, but Week 11 you could
Or
against
week
the
9.
Jets. Like
Yeah. Week
that's
9 I
that's
meant. Sorry. I
feasible,
wouldn't start him week 9 if he came back week 9. But if he came
right?
back week 11, yeah, you could
These are
start him.
long shots. I'm just saying it's possible that they could be good when they come back, and then it's like a hidden, like like no one expected it, basically.
IR All-Star, the all IR
IR
team.
All Stars, second half sleeper / IR All Stars. So back to N'Keal Harry. The reason why he's on here is because he's a first round pick. Though Pat's receiving core has been depleted, no AB. Looks like Josh Gordon has multitude of injuries. We don't know when he's coming back. And then they have Jacoby Meyer, who's a rookie, I believe. And then they have Dorsett, who's been dealing with injury, and Edelman is dealing with injury. So they might need this guy, basically, is what I'm saying. He's a big target. He's 6'4", athletic, first round talent. He has the potential to, make an impact on that team. So why not put him on your IR and hope for the best? Now, this guy on the list, I just heard about him today. I was actually making fun of one of the guys in my league. I'm like, who's Reggie Bonifant? Like joking.
I don't like this
And then
guy.
it's okay. It's okay. Listen, hear it out though. So in week 5, he's basically the handcuff to
Yeah,
C-Mac,
handcuff,
right?
great handcuff though. Yeah,
Correct.
yeah,
It's a handcuff.
yeah.
This is like a prayer. Like if you're the C-Mac owner and you see how much usage he's been getting, that's not great for a running back to just be have the ball all those touches. It will wear on your body, like no matter how good you are, right?
Yeah, you take the
And
wrong hit and any play, like it could happen. And you're taking more hits too.
right. And that offense is tailored around the running back position. And he has shown that, in week 5 against Jacksonville, he put up a decent stat line. He had 80 yards and a touchdown. He had a really good breakaway run. So he has home run hitting potential. And, if anything happens to C-Mac, this guy is going to get a lot of touches. He's kind of similar to a Tony Pollard for me. But I didn't even know who he was until today, but he's definitely someone I think should be at least on your radar as a potential elite handcuff in case anything happens to C-Mac, because something can happen at any week, as you've seen this week with Mahomes, with whoever. No one is invincible, so that's why he's on this list. And North Turner said that, and Ron Rivera said that they want to get him more touches
Lies.
moving forward. It could be, but if it's not,
Yeah, but
why
C-Mac
not?
could get hurt though. That's
He could
true.
get hurt.
That's a
That's
fact.
real.
Yeah, that's there. That's always
That's
there.
real.
Coaches speak, but I know running backs could always get hurt.
But I know, I mean, it does make sense, like to kind of,
Bro, I've been
it's like
hearing
load
this
management.
I've been hearing that so many times though with C-Mac, but it's like, what do we always see? 100% offensive snaps. Like when he gets 90%, it's like, what happened? Why is he not played?
But you can't do that the whole season.
That's what we said last year.
16
What
games?
happened last year? They cut CJ Anderson. Like that's how they're like backup. We don't even need who was the backup last year. They didn't even care. They cut
Well, they didn't
CJ
win.
Jackson.
They didn't make it far.
They
So if they
won't
want to
make it
make it
far this year
far, they
either.
could. They're winning.
Yeah, they are.
They've been
C
winning. What are you
Mac, C
talking
Mac's
about?
great. Kyle
They
Allen,
could actually
Kyle
win
Allen's
without.
better than Cam, and the defense has been playing okay.
Yeah, what are you talking about? They
Yeah.
could definitely win. So why wouldn't you at least kind of like hedge your bet a little bit and maybe preserve C-Max so he doesn't get injured?
I guess. I
Just a
mean,
thought.
I would.
Yeah,
These
smart
guys have been
people.
lying all the time. Like, I mean, at least
People
give
can
him a
change
break.
though.
Yeah.
I'm just saying this is the option of if they do decide to go that route and be
I guess all I'm
conservative with
saying is
C-Max.
I don't trust coaches. That's it. So when
Okay,
they say
and I
something,
agree.
I'm just not. But it could be right too. I just not
You
putting a
could be
lot. Yeah, they
right.
could actually do
Well,
what
let's
they
just say he
say.
gets hurt. Guess who's gonna be on top of the waiver list? This guy right here.
Holyfield's son, Elijah
Yes,
Holyfield. No,
whoever.
it's gonna be.
Yeah,
He's on the team actually. Real deal.
whatever.
Holyfield's son is a running back on the Panthers. He's
Okay,
not.
that's
It's
fine.
not. He's not gonna be him. It's gonna be Reggie Bonifant.
So this guy, the next guy, is tied to Darnold, and he's probably picked up. I'm gonna say he's probably picked up, but he's 30% owned in Yahoo leagues. Chris Herndon. So tight ends have been the scarcest position of all positions in fantasy this season. Even the top perceived tight end one, Travis Kelsey, isn't doing great, and now his value even got lower. So this is a position that you have to really find gems, hidden gems, and this guy is the hidden gem of hidden gems on the tight end position. That's Chris Herndon, and he, if healthy, he should come back. I think week 8, hopefully, against the Jaguars, and if he does, this guy could be a tight end one. He finished tight end 16 last year after only playing in half the game, so he could realistically put up that type of production again this season. And the sky's the limit for him. If you watch him in the preseason, him and Darnold have great chemistry. I don't know. I actually traded away Travis Kelsey because I had Chris Herndon and Mark Andrews, but I would not be able to do that unless I had confidence that Chris Herndon was talented and could,
Mark
produce
Andrews is a
basically.
beast too, though. He's elite.
Right. Yeah, I'm just saying, but it made it easier knowing that if I trade Kelsey, I still have Herndon and Andrews. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
In case
Yeah. So
Andrews has a boo boo on his foot or something
Oh,
unforeseen.
and I got Everett too. I forgot to mention.
Oh,
So I just want to quickly talk about this trade. Since we're doing, I've been talking about trades. This is a good segue, just real quick. Trade robberies I've been doing. So I traded away Lockett to get Saquon last week, right, or 2 weeks ago. So I had a hole at my wide receiver 3 position. I have Cooper Kupp and Chris Godwin as my 2 starter wide receivers. So I had a hole as a 3rd wide receiver because we have to start 3 wide receivers. I have for my tight ends, I have Kelsey, Mark Andrews, and Herndon. So 3 tight ends you don't really need. Like you should only have 2, right? Because otherwise it's imbalanced. Your roster's imbalanced. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna trade away Kelsey, or I'm willing to trade with Kelsey. Someone offered me Thielen, who now there's life. Now that Kirk Cousins has shown he can throw the ball once again, and moving forward, they're trending upward. So I had to trade away Kelsey, and I threw in Marvin Jones, and I received Everett and Thielen. So now that Mahomes is out, that looks amazing right now. So, but I couldn't have done that unless I really truly believed in Chris Herndon. And like we said, the matchups at the end of the season are great, so he should be a very impactful player for
you
you
just made
guys.
Chris Herndon a religion. Moving on. Kenyon, what do you got? Kenyon Drake's next on the list.
Caden Drake, very talented running back. I think he has a lot of similarities. I'm not gonna say he's as talented, but I read an article today that he's very similar to Alvin Kamara on the Saints. The reason I say this is because Alvin Kamara went to Tennessee. He went to the SEC school. Kenyon Drake went to Alabama. Both drafted in the 3rd round. Both known for being great pass catching backs. The only difference is Kenyon Drake got drafted by the Dolphins. So he's kind of been hidden from the public as far as how talented he is, but that might change this week because reports have been out that the Dolphins obviously are tanking and are trading away assets, and Drake is in the last year of his rookie deal, so he's going to be a free agent after the season. So it makes sense for them to trade him, get a 3rd or 4th round pick in return, get an asset in return, and let him go to a team that needs running backs. And guess what? Which team needs running backs? The Saints. I think this is a perfect pickup for them if they do decide to go that route. What do you think about that?
I don't know what team he'd go to. The Saints are a weird team. They're weird with their
How?
running backs. I never know the backups quite good. I don't
But if
know.
Kamara's injured, wouldn't it make sense to get someone like Kenyon Drake as insurance?
I don't know, but I don't know how good he'd in a Saints uniform. I don't know if I'm gonna want to start him with
I
Latavius
would.
there.
Well, I think he would take over for Latavius because he's more of the traditional, like,
He's
he's
better
more
than
similar.
Latavius, but I
Oh
don't. I
yeah,
think he'd
for
still
that offense.
split. He's still injury prone. I don't know. I'm not. I'm not.
Well, he can do. He's only going to go better wherever he goes next. It's not going to be worse. It can only get better, I think. But that's just my
I don't
theory.
know.
But let's say he goes in a good situation. I think he could be a viable option. But we'll
Tampa Bay
see.
LBC. I think that's. Yeah. We don't know. Well, they.
Tampa Bay's realistic. Tampa Bay's
Yeah, I felt
realistic.
like they should have got someone else though before, but no Duke. Not them not getting Duke Johnson or um Hyde or all these other guys. I don't know. I feel like I don't know where he's gonna go. Someone asked about
Well,
Ajayi
no one
too.
knows,
I
but
don't.
at least there's like potential he could end up in a good spot. So get him while his stock is low and he's on the Dolphins and he's like pretty much you can have him for nothing. You can probably pick him up off waivers in some leagues. So it's a shot in the dark. If he gets traded to a good situation, you got him before that
I
happened,
think
before
the
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 rush.
good situation is if a running back gets hurt, then boom.
There's a
Then
lot
he
of hurt
gets
running back.
traded. Then you got your guy.
Yeah, there's a lot of situations like that. So I mean, like another running back could get injured this week. Like, who knows? So his value could only go up. This guy on the list, I have drafted him high in one of my leagues. I'm really happy to hear the reports that he is now throwing with a normal size NFL football,
Oh, it's
and that's
official. I thought he is going to
Drew
be.
Brees. No, he's already throwing.
He's
So he
already
has. He's
thrown
already. You know what that means.
330 yards as soon as he comes
You
out.
know what that means. So the Saints have been on a 4-game win streak since Breeze got hurt, actually. And then they have a bad matchup this week against the Bears, but week 8 is when Drew Brees could return. Sweet matchup with the Cardinals. Week 9 bye. Then he gets another sweet matchup with Atlanta in week 10. And then another sweet matchup in week 11 with the Bucks. So
It's
this guy,
incredible.
that's incredible. Get him. Some people, you can still get this guy. Maybe the news hasn't come out yet in your league that he's throwing a normal football. People still think he's throwing a Nerf
Yeah,
ball.
it's really swept under the rug by all the bigger and look at the news that just happened today, Thursday night. So, yeah, people aren't tweeting about Drew Brees. They're worried about other
You
things.
forgot about him already. Like
Yeah.
Drew who? What's he been doing? So yeah, the last name is Jetsy. I don't. You put that, so I'll let you speak on that.
Oh, I had to add one. Jets have a good schedule. They play the Dolphins twice and a slew of other crappy teams such as Washington. What is that? What was I doing there? This was like I was like
I
selling
don't know. I was like, what is that?
like there's a car on the runway or something. And ladies and gentlemen, we have ourselves the gangrene defense. This defense hasn't been performing quite well, but now with the mono quarterback back, they'll be doing quite well. They're gonna slaughter 2 Dolphins. Don't all good at once.
You know who would really enjoy this episode? Gary V. I hope he hears this.
Why? Why
somehow,
would he
'cause
enjoy it?
Because he's a huge Jets fan. He wants to
Oh,
own the
Jets. Yes, yeah.
Yeah, we're like, this has been like a Jets episode so far.
Yeah, so one thing, Gary, see, this is one thing I've solved that no one else has and no one talks about.
Okay.
So Gary V, his whole life has punted his health, as he says it. So he hasn't been healthy. He knows that he's not rich enough to get the Jets now. And he said, this is just quoting him. I just pieced together.
Yeah.
He says,
No.
I can own I'm still young and compared to, my big goals. I'm going to own the Jets maybe when I'm 70, maybe when I'm 78, And so in order to accomplish, how he's so goal oriented, he's so dedicated, and he's so long term, so macro. that he's like,
Yes.
I have to be healthy so I can live to 80, 90 and own the Jets, because he knows he's going to probably own the Jets in an event, over when he's over
He's gonna look
65.
like Jerry Jones
Yeah,
when he owns the
he's
Jets.
gonna, and so he's gonna be 70. He's gonna make a couple investments. He's gonna get the money and like be a real owner of the Jets one day. And so I think he's gonna do that. That man's crazy. He's like that. He's like, and he's not like gonna own the Jets in 2 years. He's gonna own them in 22 years.
Is he gonna own the Jets like The Rock's gonna own, or like The Rock owned the Chiefs, or is he gonna be like, or is he gonna be like the real owner?
Real. I don't even know what you were talking about. You were like on some TV show.
On Ballers, on
No,
Ballers.
no, he's gonna really own the Jets.
You know how we talked about that? It's so
Yeah,
outlandish.
so he would own
Yeah.
the Dolphins.
Yeah.
That would be
yeah.
quite a splash. To once like right when they stopped tanking, like when they announced like at like it was like tick tick, like at 12 o'clock we're gonna stop tanking, and then right then and there they're like, all right, we got Tua, we got Rock, he's a new owner.
They got the Samoan connection going on. You know what I mean?
Dude, they got it, all this stuff. It's gonna be sick.
I would get a Tua jersey if that happened. Tua Dolphins jersey.
Trevor Lawrence, baby, in orange. Trevor Lawrence, Orange Crush, Sunshine.
He's a Bronco. That's a Bronco.
2021.
Future Bronco right
yeah.
there. I can see it.
Let's do some Q&A. I had some questions, and I had a funny one here.
Ooh, good.
Steve said, I'm super bummed. I have Kelsey and Hill. I think that really hurts their value with no Mahomes.
Yes.
What do you guys think? It's a
if you just
tough
listen
question.
To my trade segment, you would know that.
Yeah, not having Mahomes affects the receivers a lot. That's like,
good luck though.
That's like saying like, how are the Broncos wide receivers gonna do without Peyton Manning?
Or like, how are the Packers wide receivers gonna do without Aaron Rodgers?
What they're not doing anything with him.
Well, imagine without him. It's gonna be really bad.
What about that guy Lazard?
Ooh, I liked him. I picked him up. I'm starting him this week. I'm starting him.
You're starting him this week?
I had to. There's like a lot of buys. He's my third wide receiver, but it's a shot in the dark. Sometimes you gotta do it.
Well, it could be a smart one because Jimmy Graham didn't practice.
There's no receivers.
Geronimo's out. MVS didn't practice today.
Is out.
And Adams
This
didn't
is the
practice.
only person.
So I imagine out of those four, let's say MVS plays and
I think MVS could play. I don't think
Jimmy
Allison's
Graham
playing.
plays, but then Adams and Geronimo's probably out. So it's like,
and then that's a no-brainer for a shot in the dark.
Lazard looks like a ball. I think Rodgers is like, I finally have a receiver. That's crazy.
He was good. Nothing I saw was like, oh, he's not that good.
Dude,
like
he's
everything
great.
I saw, I was like, whoa, who is this guy? Why haven't we seen him before?
Yeah, he was great. He caught everything. Rodgers.
He's better than Geronimo Allison right now. I'll say that right now.
Oh yeah, someone dropped Geronimo Allison because they got so pissed. They're like, "Who's this UFO guy, Bob Lazard?"
Bob Lazard, the Lazard King, Lizard King. Some people are calling him that.
I think Kelsey is safe, but may not have 20 points per game. Unfortunately,
should have traded him last week.
Unfortunately, everyone drops down, guys, because the offense without. I get what you mean too, and you might be right, but unfortunately, the offense gets less yards, less explosive plays, less touchdowns. So we just have to downgrade everybody. And so Kelsey has, what'd you say, one touchdown this whole year, Mike?
He has one touchdown, one.
And so I mean, it has to go down. Like he doesn't.
7 games.
Kelsey's chance of getting a touchdown is going to go down now without Mahomes, and it was already
bad.
Yeah.
So it's like negative.
And we're not talking about like a normal quarterback here. Like Mahomes is, once in a generation quarter. Like he's the best quarterback, and it's like you can't beat. Actually, I think Wilson's playing better, but Mahomes does have that hurt ankle. I mean, this guy is out of control good, and there's going to be a huge... Matt Moore's a decent backup, but he's not a good starter. Like, he's not a top 5 quarterback in the league. Probably not, maybe top 30 maybe.
I
maybe.
know this might be controversial, but is there any chance Cap gets a call anytime soon from the
No,
Chiefs?
I
Someone from
always
the
say I
Chiefs.
think that ship has sailed because I think you needed to do that 2.5 years ago.
I don't know. He's still training. I feel like I don't
What I
know. If you
wanted
get
to do, we
desperate enough.
should this is a good idea. Pitch
Okay,
this because we know people that know Kaepernick. Remember how
we
I
do.
filmed Mixon? This is like I'm
Uh
being
huh.
totally serious here, and I
Okay.
don't think he
Go on.
will. Just I think there's just so much going on. But see if I can film Kaepernick training.
He lives in New York, but I
I
mean,
I
it's
mean I
possible.
would fly out there.
I mean, I'll have my
If he
people
like,
talk to his people.
that's a good idea. Just not even like specific train, just to show that he's in shape. I feel like if he's serious,
Like free for free. You do it for free. You just
of
fly out. You pay
course,
for
of
that.
course.
Everything. I think it could work. I mean, it's
Well,
possible.
of course I'd do it for free. Like I mean, it is what it is. If I get something out of it, that would be awesome. But you can't be what beggars can't be choosers. Is that the right term? I'm not
Yeah,
gonna.
that is the right
Dude, I'm
term.
gonna go out there, film Kaepernick, go to New York. Like, of course I'm gonna do it. Like, you know me, I take these type of risks.
This is realistic scenario, people, because he already did it with Mixon.
I
So
did
it's
do it with
in the
Joe
realm of
Mixon. I
reality.
did it with a current NFL player.
Exactly. Yeah, so people out there think, "Oh, you can't film Cap. Like that's crazy. You're not
We
that
know
important."
we know people who are friends with Cap.
Exactly.
So
So just before people start saying crazy or just not believing or
they
hating, like
just
this
want
is
their family.
actually within the realm of possibility. I promise you that.
I think people just want to know who to start this week and don't care at all. But yeah, but no, for us, I think that'd be. I think see. That's the thing is, I feel like he wouldn't want to do it, or he doesn't want, he wouldn't like the idea, or maybe he's just too much things involved. But I think if he's serious to want to actually play, I think this is a good idea for
It's a great
him.
idea.
Yeah.
You should post it every week on his YouTube channel. Like that's what I would
No,
do.
it would just be a cool thing. Like I'm training, I'm doing this, just something really simple, really, like really nothing too extreme, not like showing a ton of specific things. Just show the man working out, like he's in good shape. He can still throw it. He's still, got the physique. He's he's got the endurance. He's like just the look, like he looks like he's ready to go. Like you could throw him in right now today, and that was my vision. I totally forgot it too. Like I wouldn't even remember. It just came to me a week ago, and then I like farted and went to sleep or something. I don't know. Like you get these ideas, you don't write them down, it's over. And so that's crazy how I totally forgot about this. And I was dead serious too. I was like, because remember we wanted to do an interview, and I'm like, well, he's I doubt he's gonna want to do that. That didn't seem like something he'd want to do, and he doesn't.
Uh, yeah, he probably doesn't. But
Not
there's
with
a
me
chance.
too.
But
Like with me, that's even tougher. Like someone he doesn't know.
right, right. Well, we do have his memorabilia that he gave us, so
Yeah.
it's possible. But I'm just saying, like, if you polled the Chiefs fan base right now tonight, and you asked them who would you rather start rest of the season or until Mahomes gets back, Cap or Matt Moore, I guarantee you they'd say Cap.
We're watching the
Just
game and someone said, "Is a Cap better than Matt Moore?" I was like, "Yeah." I was like,
yes,
"Yeah."
come
I was like, "Yeah, he's
on, are you
better than
guys
Matt Moore."
crazy?
Some
Let it go.
Medusa says Cap is better than Flacco and Rosen. I
Yes.
I'm gonna be bold and say he's better than Flacco and Rosen
Right now,
combined.
yeah, combined. Like, it's not that far fetched. Yeah, he might be better than Baker Mayfield at this point.
Right.
I'm
Against
kidding,
against the Niners, that was not far fetched to say. -2 point. Did you see the trending screenshot of the dude who he was up by 1.8 and then he started
Yeah,
he
that went viral.
everybody saw this. He started Baker Mayfield and lost by 0.2. Yeah,
That's
that was bad.
hilarious,
And I would always say like he's better than Bortles. Like to me that was the obvious one, was like, and I was like, look, Jaguars got great defense. They got great defense. Like Bortles is not that good. We'll see.
I mean, if Eric Reed can play again, why can't Cat? That's what I don't get. It's like you already let one of them back. Just let the other one back.
I feel like it's not gonna happen because it's been too long. But
It's not like he's 35 years old. He's like 27.
No. I think he's 31.
No, he's not that
Yeah.
old.
And that's not old though. That's not old.
To me, it's kind of old, but
Not for
whatever.
a not for a not for a cap, not for a not for a quarterback.
Oh, you're
He's
right.
31. I
Wow.
just looked it
Okay, you're
up.
right.
We look. I looked this up like a few weeks ago.
But he hasn't taken a hit in 4 years, so he's very
Dude,
healthy.
31 is not old for a quarterback, no matter what.
You're right. You're
It's
right.
not.
Brady's out here. He's
And then if we
42,
want to talk
whatever.
about mobile quarterbacks, like Mike Vick sucked towards the end, but Mike Vick was playing when he was 34, 30, right? Wasn't he?
Still viable, yeah,
Like,
for
I
a
mean, it
long
wasn't
time.
great, but like, you know, 31's not old.
Not old. I'm 32. Just full disclosure.
It's 31. Like, yeah, is there
I feel
whatever?
great.
We'll pitch that. I think that's a great idea. I'll go to New York. I'll film him. If it
Pitch
if it
it.
had to be now, I'd probably still do it because it's a once in a lifetime thing. I prefer after the season, but it's all good. I mean, I can bring my camera and just
Now
show
is the
it to him.
time.
Yeah, I mean, if he says do it now, I don't say no. I never did. When Taylor Gabriel said come out to Atlanta, I was like, hey, you know what, my dude, I bought the ticket the same day.
You go.
I just
You
went.
fly.
Oh, I'm gonna go to Atlanta, go to Taylor Gabriel's house. Yeah, the same day. I was like, I'm gonna do this it was short notice. I had less than a week, so I was like, oh, I'm there. I've already bought my ticket. I was like, all right, I'm going. Mixon, same thing. He's like, can you come out Monday? I was like, I'm there.
Yes.
What am I gonna do? Fuss about it? Like, get a once. That's like less than 1 in a million, bro. Someone you don't know is like, come to my house, film me, or come to this high school football field and film me. That's like less than 1 in a million.
Less than 1 in a million. If
Yeah.
a door opens, you don't close the door. You open it and you bust your way through and you run through that door because you never know when it's gonna close.
LBC, I kind of agree with this. He says he says Cap won't be able to take hits in RPO offense. His frame is too small.
God.
No,
Oh,
I just think you don't want your quarterback doing that, period, though. So I'm not all about his frame and this and
You
that.
think Cap's too small? Have you seen this
His
guy?
frame is too small.
No, it's not. He's huge. Guys are crazy. People forget how good he was, honestly. Do YouTube. Just YouTube him and then see what you find. You'll be surprised. Do Cap versus Packers.
Oh, that game? That's a classic game. Yeah, that.
And then you watch that and then you come back. Tell us what you think.
Was Clay Matthews the linebacker?
Yes, he was. And he got burned several times.
Yeah, I mean, that was his. They didn't fall for that again after that, but that is a good highlight, though. That is like, what the hell?
It's the greatest rushing performance by a quarterback in playoff history.
Yeah.
Check the stats. That's not a lie. That's facts.
Hell, I'd take.
He had like 144 yards, right? It was something like that.
I don't know. I just remember it was amazing, and I remember, and I thought it was Clay Matthews, whatever linebacker it was like, was just got caught and
he's like,
didn't think that dude was that fast and got burned.
Okay, I got it right here. So through 3 quarters, Kaepernick rushed for 163 yards and 2 touchdowns on 12 carries.
Yeah, he burned
against the Packers. 12. That's insane. 163 yards. Oh, but he can't. His frame, he can't handle the RPO.
No, I think a quarterback doesn't need to be running a lot. So,
but the point is, he could definitely handle it. It's like, what do you say? He's like yoked and athletic, and he's like huge. He can definitely do it.
Anymore a Q&A. Isn't that the guy?
Good question.
Oh, we got a hater. It's okay. It doesn't make me mad. Isn't that the guy who lost his job to Blaine Gabbert? Yeah,
Is it?
Yeah, but Blaine Gabbert also lost the job back to him. And Chip Kelly was the coach. I mean, there's a lot of things. So I'm not.
All right, well, keep starting Matt Moore, Chief. And see what happens. That's all I have to say. Keep putting him out there. Good luck.
Kaepernick can't throw the ball. It would only work if you cater offense to him. Cap better than Jameis for sure. I mean, it is
Yeah.
This is I mean,
He's better than Mariota right now.
well, that
I'll
is
put that
easy.
on
Easy
everything.
check. Easy. Dude, Mariota just got benched for a wide receiver.
But yeah, he was a starter last week.
He was a
So
starter for 4 years.
here we are. That's what I'm saying. It's like, come on.
Yeah.
You need to break people.
Do you think he'd actually say yes to that? Now that's my question too. Is he like, would he be open to my idea? Does he really want to play?
What?
No. I think he's saying, I mean, does the dude really want to play?
Why would you train every day for 5 days a week unless you want to play?
I'm not going
not
to speak
smart.
on it, but we don't know.
That's why he does it. It's because he wants to play.
He says he wants to play. He trains. That's all I know. I don't know.
I'm just saying, you usually train when you want to do something athletic.
If I go to New York and film him, then I'm going to be convinced that he actually wants to play. Because this dude's making a video out of it. Then I'll know. I can't speak to that. You seem convinced.
I'm convinced. Just trust me, I'm a smart person.
He wants to play.
I know a lot about sports. So just trust me.
He'd make a sick backup to Russell Wilson, too. I don't even know who's the backup. But
I hope we never find out. That's what's sad about the NFL is that like a person as great and talented as Patrick Mahomes can be injured, and then now what? Like the brightest star in the NFL is now injured, and that whole offense, the whole team gets destroyed. Like that's the only sport like that. Like in basketball, you could still, like KD got hurt, but like the Warriors still could win.
some
without
cases,
him.
I mean, like if Kawhi got hurt or LeBron got hurt, it would be over.
Oh, would it? I don't think it'd be over for the Lakers. They could win with Anthony Davis, and the Clippers could win with Paul George. They might not win it all.
So you're
but
talking
they'll still
specifically
be, like,
this year. I just meant in general, with the Cavs or last year.
Well, I'm just saying, like,
LeBron.
if you take out Patrick Mahomes, the whole thing's over. Like, you're not winning. Like, it's done.
Yeah,
like,
that team is centered around Patrick Mahomes too.
Yeah, you're not winning with Matt Moore. Like, you can't. But like in basketball, you could still win with like another star. Like if the Rockets lost James Harden, they could still win.
Has it been done in basketball? So you're saying it, but has it really been? The Bulls did okay without Jordan. They didn't win it.
What do you mean? They went to the finals the next year without Jordan.
They lost
with just Scottie Pippen. Yeah, but they went without him.
Honestly, I didn't even know they went to the final. I just thought they went.
Or maybe not the finals, but they did far in the playoffs.
They probably won a playoff game. I know that they went.
They did. They went far with Scottie Pippen.
They didn't win it all.
They didn't win it all. But I'm not saying win it all, but you can.
You're
still
just saying
be
do
relevant.
good. Like so,
you can make the playoffs.
Like win 10 games in the NFL. That's what you mean.
You can't do that. That's what I'm saying. Like in the NFL, you can't. Like if you lose your key quarterback, like that's it. You're done. That's it. The whole season's over, pretty much.
Beast asks John Brown or Dorsett. This is a question of injuries. I feel like.
Yeah. Well, I mean, since it's similar injuries, just do the matchup. So the matchup is
against the Dolphins.
John Brown. Yeah. Simple.
So we'll assume both of them are hurt equally, and say John Brown.
Yeah.
Any of the wide receivers get bumped up with the QB change? Yeah, kind of. Any of the tight ends, wide receivers get a bump as Tannehill's starting.
No, I don't know.
Who's better, Tannehill or Cap?
Maybe AJ Brown, maybe.
Tannehill or Cap?
Oh, I'm going Cap. I mean, you already know.
I'm going Cap too.
Well,
I mean,
like that's.
I can answer yes or no, and I'd answer yes. I'd go with Cap over Tannehill and Mariota.
Yeah, I mean that's not hard to imagine.
Titans could be a cool team now.
Give me a hard question.
Yeah, hard. We're
gonna have to think really. Like, maybe I don't know.
Jaguars. Would you start them over?
Oh, see, that's good. This is good. Minshew or Cap?
I'm very conservative, and I would go with whoever's starting for the Jags, just because we haven't seen Cap in a long time.
I would give the edge to Minshew. Yeah. Yes.
So, like that was always my best example was Bortles. I was like, look, put this guy on the Jags, please. Like, start him over Bortles. Like they can actually go for.
Here's one: Mason Rudolph or Cap.
Somebody just said that they would take Cap over Rudolph.
I would too. It's not.
I haven't seen Rudolph play that much, but it's
not great. Like he'll never take you to Super Bowl. Cap's been to a Super Bowl.
Yeah, it doesn't.
He's been.
It's and there's just this big unknown because the game's changed so much, and it's like if you got the right coach, right system, like who knows? You don't know. I always give Winston several years. Look what he's done to me. Look what he's done. Just this
Well, I'm
past
just
game,
going off
5
upside,
picks.
upside potential.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying.
going.
I did with Winston.
Yeah.
So I mean, like, there's an unknown, but it's like I have to give Cap another chance with the right coach, right system. Who knows what he can do? He has the talent. He might mess up, right? But I think he does have the upside. And it's like when you have a guy like Bortles starting, I'm like, oh God, please put him on this team with that defense they had. They had a killer defense.
Like the Rams are one hit away from Bortles being the starter. Like, has anyone ever talked about that?
With the Rams? What did you say?
Yeah, the Rams. Yes.
That's oh yeah, that is Bortles. Is their back?
Yeah. So imagine that. Like they just got Jalen Ramsey. They just paid all these people, and then one bad hit, and then boom, Bortles is the starter.
The face Sean McVay makes when is like, what do you want to? When they're like, we got Kaepernick. His face. I just want to see his face. Probably the same face when he's like, we have to start Bortles. God, that's so bad. That team's so done. The Titans. Well, I don't know about these bumps and stuff, but I'm probably gonna start Adam Humphries in a 14-team league.
Don't just stay away from the Titans.
But Adam Humphries is the best one in PPR.
Sure,
so
but
I might start
there's got to be someone better.
Not for me, but I'm in a 14-team league. It's looking really dim for me.
Okay, well, if you're in a 14-team league, maybe not, but 12 and under, there has to be someone better. I promise you I can find it.
Oh, yeah, my team's not that good. Somebody made fun of me on the comments, and they're like, what's your record now? And I was like, haha, I got lucky, and I'm 3-3.
So I'm 4-2 in couching, and my team is horrible. I don't know how that happens.
There's so much going on that anything could happen right now. Because I've seen good teams that were 0-5 and stuff. And I was like, dude, how's your team 0-5? Like, you got a way better team than me. I'm 4-2. Like, what's going on?
Like Drew's team in our league, his team should be way better than 2-4. Like if you look at his roster,
he's got some
he should
bad
destroy
stuff. I don't know. I mean, he drafted Antonio Brown. He drafted Andrew Luck.
I'm just saying, read it right now, like today.
I did. It's good, but not like.
It shouldn't be 2-4. Like that's bad.
Yeah, it looks more. Yeah, it looks way better than 2.
It's the same record as Jeremy. Like that's crazy.
Yeah. And his team is about 3 or 4 times better than Jeremy. No, it's not a bad team though. Yeah, it's not bad, but yeah. I mean, if his team was 4-2, I wouldn't be shocked.
Right, that's what I'm saying. That was my point.
Brain, do you believe the lights went out on purpose in the Super Bowl game against the Ravens? Yeah. It was a Beyonce scene. I know that was freaky. Okay, that's all I know. Mike said yes. Roger Goodell shut it off himself.
They didn't want it. They didn't want us to win, and that's facts. They didn't like Jim Harbaugh. They wanted John Harbaugh to win.
Yeah, they gave it
less vocal, brother.
And then Kaepernick almost won.
If he did, imagine the world if Kaepernick won that game. Like how different the world would be.
Like, dude, that would affect. That was actually a really big Super Bowl because Joe Flacco got paid. Anquan Bolden went to the Niners. Torrey Smith, and I think a year after that went to the Niners. I think. That's a lot of things going in flux right there. And then Kaepernick, it's hard to tell someone who's won a Super Bowl no. I mean, look at Flacco. He's still got a job. Look how bad he is.
That's what I'm saying. You'd have to give him a chance because he's a Super Bowl quarterback.
But they won a Super Bowl. I'll be like, all right, well, we have to let him play.
Right? Like, I swear things would be so different, like, somehow.
A lot of things. And Flacco would be like worse than Bortles right now. He'd be treated like... Because he'd be the guy who lost the Super Bowl. He'd be like, eh.
Yeah, he would not be playing the league still.
So I would say. Today, Joe Buck announces like he's won a Super Bowl. I think they still talk about that stuff.
They still talk about it.
And it's so if he lost it, they'd be like every time they say Flacco, they get disgusted and throw up. They'd be like, bleh. What's he still doing in the league? What a loser! What a loser! He blew that game to the Niners. They'd still be talking about the blackout and this and that and.
Here's a great
Things
example. I
have
have
been
a really good
different.
example. What if Eli didn't win 2 rings? How long do you think his career would have been? It would have ended 5-6 years ago.
Yeah, Eli
But
would
the
have
2 rings
been.
kept him going for like a decade
He's
more.
not Peyton. He's not Peyton. He's not good. Look, he had a good run, but he sucks now. That's what it would have been. And now it's
That's
like
what he would have been. Phillip Rivers, basically, except out of the league 3 years
worse.
ago.
Yeah, worse than
Yeah,
River. Way worse
yeah.
than River because Rivers has been very consistent, very good in the regular season. Eli's just consistently been falling off a cliff all the time.
But if you put 2 rings on Phillip Rivers' hands instead, he's a Hall of Famer, first ballot. Like he's a legend.
Someone says a name for the sleeperless Dante Pettis. I'm gonna disagree. I think Pettis has a small injury. You also have Debo Samuel, and the Niners are not.
We're a running team.
They don't need to throw the ball. You know who's dope? Tevin Coleman and George Kittle.
Yeah.
Those guys are dope, and the Niners defense.
Yeah.
There's there's three to four defenses that are not streaming defenses. And I got Chris's question for the last one. So that's the Patriots.
Mm-hmm.
You can start them every week. That's the Niners, the Bears, and then the Bills are kind of Jags are kind of weird. No.
Oh, not anymore.
Yeah, and then you got the Bills.
Bills, okay.
But Bills are not like super elite, but they're the only team that held Brady to 3 fantasy points. That's impressive because Brady's been lights out. Vikings, yeah, but I don't. And Vikings and Packers are right below them, as in like they're not as good. But yeah, you don't need it. You can start them any given week. And so Chris asks, is the Pats defense actually elite, or are they just gifted with an easy schedule?
Elite.
And I think it's they are elite. Short answer, yes, they're very good. They're elite. But I looked at the schedule and it's much harder, so it might be good to trade away the Patriots D if
don't
you
do
can.
it.
I would.
Don't trade it away.
I would do it now. Sell high. I always sell because this is what somebody's like.
But then you're streaming for the rest of the year. I don't want to stream the rest of the year.
Bro, you don't understand. Right now, the meme. This is the meme. Patriots D is an RB1. Everywhere on the internet, everyone's saying. And how is that not true? Patriots D or Phillip Lindsay? Like, okay, I know you're gonna say Phillip Lindsay, but it's like, who's scoring more points? Phillip Lindsay scored 2 fantasy points, 2 against the worst rush defense. 2. That's Phillip Lindsay is an RB1. A faux RB1. The real RB1 is the Patriots D. Like, whether you like it or not, it's laughable, sure, but they're an RB1. They're more consistent than your average running back. They're better. They put up more points. They're more fun to watch. What do I want to watch? Phillip Lindsay running Thursday night or the Patriots D? They go insane. Patriots D goes berserk every week. So they do have a tougher schedule. Look, if you don't get anything awesome, don't trade them. That's cool. You know how every trade is like that, right? Trade by trade. Depends who you trade.
Get Adam Thielen.
You trade them for Adam. Dude, aim that high. Aim that. I swear. You can get.
Yeah, swear. You can get
You can get a top 15. Like, I think David Montgomery is too low of an ask.
That's too low.
Too low of an ask. We're talking about his real running
perfect.
back.
Or Tyler Lockett.
Singletary, I love, might be too low of an ask.
Yeah,
and Singletary could be a top 15 running back.
Yeah.
So ask for Aaron Jones because Jamal Williams ask for Aaron Jones, ask for Thielen, ask for Kittle, ask for whatever.
Derrick Henry.
Dude, you can get Kelsey for Patriots D.
You could get Kelsey right now. Imagine that. No one would ever have said that in the history of fantasy before this week.
Bro, that trade actually gets me a little Nick Chubb, gets me a quarter Chubb right there. Look at this, bro. Trading a defense. Is that not buy low, sell high?
People would be so confused if they saw that on on the pending trades. Like, what the wait? They'd be like, they wouldn't know how to process that information.
You wake up from a coma and you get a trade offer, and it's like, what? The Patriots D for Mike Kelsey? What month is it?
What year?
What is this?
It's
What? And
crazy.
people think that I'm getting wrong? Like, what is going on? So, yeah. So, buy low, sell high. You're selling the Patriots at their highest value, and you're buying Kelsey because Mahomes just got hurt. You're buying Kelsey for, and I'm not even that thrilled to get. I might stick with the Patriots D. If you got a tight end, I mean, if you got Mark Andrews, don't do it. I don't need Kelsey.
That's amazing to me. Like this scenario has evolved into this being a realistic. Like if you told someone this before the season, they would think you're crazy. Like you're in a mental institution. They would not believe it.
Yeah, yeah. Right now, yeah, you can get Patriots D for Philip Lindsay right now. So
Right now,
you
yeah.
could do it. That's a buy low, sell high. Like it for real is because Lindsay just had a bad game. And so I would do it if you can get something great. If not, don't do it and roll with them because they'll continue to be good. But like I said, this is their highest value. Might as well sell at their peak. I'm ranking them. I think I have them ranked number 4 right now on my weekly rankings. And not to discredit, like they're good, but I got the Bills ranked number 1. I think the Bears are ahead of them because Kamara's not 100% and Teddy Bridgewater's there. If you just heard this, like let's say this is week 2.
What about Niners versus the Washington?
I have them ahead of the Patriots.
Okay.
So they're
Yeah,
like
they
number
should be.
3 or something. Yeah.
Okay,
And then the
got it.
Patriots
That's
4.
right.
All 4 of those teams I expect to ball out. Like all 4 of those defenses.
I would put the Niners behind the Bills this week, right behind them.
Well, Bills number 1. And
know,
then number
I said
2 is
behind
Bears. But peep this.
I think they're better than
Listen to this though. If you just heard this week 1 or week 2, you'd be like, who are the I love the Bears D. Who are they playing? It'd be like the Saints. And be like, okay, Saints might be able to do something. Like, but Kamara's questionable. He's not 100%, might not play, and Drew Brees is out. You'd be like, well, that's the defense I'm starting. Say no more. Come on, no Drew Brees. Maybe no Kamara.
Well, wait, I mean, Teddy Bridgewater, everyone knows he's the backup, and he's like the highest paid backup, so it's not that much of a drop off. And then
it is a drop off.
Yeah, as long as you have
Yes,
Michael Thomas,
yes,
though,
Bridgewater can ball out against the Bucks. I know this. This is a fact. Everyone can ball out against the Bucks. That's also a fact. So that's it, though. That's the only team he's balled out against. I love the Bears D. It's okay though. I mean, I'm ranking them number 4. I think.
Bears coming off bye, right? So they're
coming off a bye. They're pissed off at that stupid Raiders game in London. All right, we're going to end it here. Go ahead and check out monkeyknifefight.com, guys. Use promo code COUCH. You get 100% deposit match up to $50. Just follow the link below in the description or head on over to monkeyknifefight.com. Use promo code COUCH. Really helps support us. Make sure you're subscribed to this YouTube channel. Also subscribe to our main channel, Fantasy Couch. You can catch the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify. I'm Hussein the Brain for Mike Mittal. Peace out.